Guys, welcome back to Math with Miss L. We are doing lesson 3, finding area, and this should be a review for my students at home. If you are on lesson 3, well, keep on going. We are on lesson 6 currently, but catch up. If you're doing our scavenger hunt or escape room, please stay tuned because there are some answers inside this video. All right, guys, so finding area. Let's first start off with the definition, please. The area, we're going to make sure that we say is the total amount of space in a figure. So we know perimeter is the outside, the total distance outside a shape. Area is all about the total amount of space inside. So if I have my lovely rectangle again, and let's say I have it split into 4. Well, let's say that the length is 4 right now because there are 4 square units down here. And let's say that there are 3 square units on this side because there are 1, 2, 3 square units. So my width would be 3. If I want to know what is the total amount of space I can fit inside this rectangle, I'm going to make sure last year in 3rd grade you counted squares. This year in 4th grade, we're not going to rely on squares so much. We're going to rely on the formula. So I'm going to show you why this example, if you count by squares, will be similar to the formula. So I'm getting my formula from my reference chart. On the back, I'm going to go to area for rectangle. And it says area equals length times width. So that is my formula. And so we're going to plug in our length and our width and see what our area really is. So for this instance, if my length is 4, so I'm going to keep my area as that. If my length is 4, I'm going to write 4 times, and I'm going to plug in what my width is. And my W or my width says 3. So my area here should be 4 times 3. Hopefully we know it's 12. If you have to do your tic-tac-toes, that's all good. Just make sure you get them done, okay? So 12 is our area. That means that there are 12 squares that can fit inside this area. So that is the amount of space that can fit inside that rectangle. And just so we can check with our lovely squares, I want us to see a connection between the two. So if I continue this very quickly, 4, 8, 12. So yes, there are 12 squares that fit and 12 as the area over here. I'm going to go ahead and erase this and let's jump on into question number 1. All right, guys, so I'm back. Right now, we're going to talk about a kitchen and we're going to figure out how many square tiles can fit in or on my kitchen floor. So it says that it is 12 feet by 9 feet. We're going to talk about the formula and what is the area. So if you get something like this where it says 12 feet by 9 feet, I'm going to tell you that the larger side will be the length because length stands for long, and that's how Miss Fuente likes to mark it. It only makes sense in our picture if our long side is 12. So if that's our length, our width, you can totally mark it up if you want to mark it up. Our width is 9 feet. So it asks us for a formula. You guys will notice I did not mark my other sides. You can if you'd like to, but if I'm talking about area, I know my formula only really wants us to focus on our length and our width. So back to our reference chart. Our formula for a rectangle for area is A equals length times width. So A stands for area, length times width. I'm going to plug in and see what we get. A equals 12 times 9. Hopefully we got that. 12 times 9, maybe. If you need to put it vertically on top of each other, go for it. We got 108. And we are going to make sure we put feet squared or squared feet because feet times feet is feet squared. If you don't really get that one, wait until 5th grade. Shout out to Miss Cunningham and Miss her birthday. So how fun. It wants to know what's the area. We had just solved that. So 108 Squared feet, you can write it out as this. You could write out the entire word, or you could say 108 feet in our little exponent, which is squared. Okay. I'm going to erase this and let's go on to our exit ticket. All right, guys. So our exit ticket for today, it might look a little bit different than your original exit ticket, but here we go. Let's say I have another rectangle and it wants to know our formula and our area. It gives us our information that our width is 4. For what? I don't know. It says your length is 2 more than your width. So notice we don't have our length right now and we need it for our formula. So before we find our length, let's start with our formula. Back to my reference chart, I know that it is A equals length times width. So I have my width so far, so I could do A equals blank times your width is 4. Now let's find out what our length is so we can plug it in and find our area. So it says that your length is 2 more than your width. So if I want 2 more than something, hopefully we know more means that you're going to have more. So you're going to be adding something. You won't have less because you're getting more. So we're going to put 4. It says our width is 4. It says that it's 2 more than that. So 4 plus 2 is 6. So our length is really 6. And if I have my length, I can plug it in, and now I can find my area. 6 times 4. Remember, if you're not sure about it, or if you want to double check, do your tic-tac-toes. 6, 12, 18, 24. And that is our lovely area. All right, guys, this is a quick refresher on finding area. Stay tuned for lesson 4 and 5, which is next, which is some more problem solving. All right, if you did the scavenger hunt, or escape room, I hope you had fun. All right, guys, we'll see you later. Make sure to click the like button and subscribe. Bye, guys.